Hello Cancer, high time I did a tarot reading for you guys, so we're going to do a 3-card spread from this deck and Stokes Legends, and we'll do some chakra cards as well with this one and some oracle cards to see how we're going. This is Anne Stokes Legends. You can see Butterfly Goddess Lady there riding on her unicorn. And that generally is the energy of this deck. It's actually proved to be a very powerful deck. A lot of the images are quite simple, actually, as well as we go through it, which makes it just that bit easier to understand. So I'm glad we're using this one. Anyway, here we go. Let's have a shuffle and let's turn over the first card for the sign of Cancer in this reading. I'm doing this February 2020, by the way, but the best time to watch it is now. And it's the 9 of Pentacles there. Right, very powerful there. Okay, let's just pop the rest down and have a proper look at this. So the Pentacles, it's Earth sign energy, guys. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around you, or somewhere in your birth chart, or somewhere in your makeup. Excuse me, it's freezing in here. Right, so purple, lots of healing indicated here. And I do want to pick up on that, actually. That's the first thing that kind of jumped out at me about this. And when we look at this card, the butterfly is right in the middle. Can you see the butterfly is right at the center of the pentagram there, almost as if it's hiding away, although it is actually up in the air. So, you know, it's not all about hiding. It's really quite positive, but there is a lot of protection to be had at the center of the pentagram there. That's one of the main symbols of it, as magical as it is. Part of that magic is actually feeling grounded, is actually feeling protected. And it is Earth sign energy here, so there's definitely a need to think about grounding. Maybe you're already very grounded, different strokes for different folks. That's always the way with these readings, but it's very, very close to the 10 of completion, so things are very close to working out here. But the thing to think about, Cancer, is have you got everything in a row? When things work out, are things going to actually be the way you want them to be? This is just about your last chance to stop and think about this. Seems incredibly positive, doesn't it? But I wonder what we need to do to really make sure of that. It's the first card in the spread, so there is a journey to go on from here, and it's not just a one-step journey. So now I'm using, can't remember her name, no, I really can't remember her name, but it's this chakra card deck, okay? And when we look at the chakras, it's a very good way of finding what needs to come into balance in our own lives with a given card or with a given message that's going out. So let's have a shuffle of this. And what have we got? Play. Okay. Right, now this is really positive. It's green, it's the lower heart energy, the lower heart chakra energy, or the lower heart energy chakra, whichever way you want to see it. But we've got the two dolphins playing together here. They almost look like a mirror image, and that tells me, Cancer, that you could be at play within yourself if you need to be, if other people aren't going along with the flow. And in terms of getting everything right before the big last push into the joy of the 10 of Pentacles, where we've got kind of as above, so below, heaven and earth working together and everything, then you actually need to be able to work together with yourself. And a big part of yourself, Cancer, as it is for all of us, is actually nature. And this is a very green energy kind of a card here. So when you get to completion, are you actually going to be able to have some time for yourself? Are you actually going to be able to stop and think and kind of just do what you want to do? Stopping and thinking doesn't sound a lot like play, does it? But it's all part of making things happy. It's all part of keeping things focused in the right direction. So keep that one in mind. We need to do some work on the heart chakra there, Cancer. No doubt about it. Where have I put the rest of the deck? But 9 of Pentacles, a very positive card and a lot of power in the Pentacles suit. You've got everything coming together and working together there. Earth, wind, fire and water, all working together under the guidance of the divine. But it is Earth sign energy in a big way, okay? If this is a reading, of course it's a reading. If this is a love reading for you, think about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, those characters playing into your love life, playing into some area of your life anyway, that is maybe going to affect things, eh? Right, let's move on. And let's have a look at what the second card is going to be. We'll make this a 3-card spread into, well, 3 tarot cards. And we'll do some other cards as we go along as well. Okay, and so let's turn one over. And it's the King of Swords, right. Big decisions to make. but also very strong in terms of resources and being in the right place. So it's a lot like the Nine of Pentacles in that respect. We are moving forward a bit here, and we're also looking, Cancer, at the heart of the matter. We've got the dragon there, but he's blowing light out. He looks fantastic, but he's kind of blowing up and away. So the real answers, the real magic are a little bit up and away, and you're just going to need to lift yourself a little bit, a little bit to get there. If I bring this up very close, you'll see there are sort of flames in the little yellow disc at the top of the card, and that's in all the cards in the sword suit. So we're looking at decisions, things that need to be chewed over, maybe even quite in some depth. And it's air sign energy, you know, so it's all really up in the air in quite a big way here. In terms of that's Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, any of the air signs around you at this point. Okay, not seen any cup cards yet, but we never know. There's another one to come, and several more oracle cards to look at as well as we go through this. So it's the heart of the matter. There's still some of the journey to go as we look at this. And although the dragon is blowing all that fire and activating all that light up and away, the dragon is actually there with you and actually is very powerful indeed. We've also got some pink discs on this card in the sword suit. And, you know, that's just taken me to the higher heart chakra. So I guess, you know, the lower heart and the higher heart, they need to work together. So we'll take a chakra card out, actually, and see where we're going with that now, because that has intrigued me. It really has. But it's powerful energy, you know. The King of Swords has a knack with resources as well. He's perhaps not the most resourceful of kings in the tarot, but he certainly is someone with resources. And he certainly is someone who understands about making things last and also about enjoying things, being willing to have a good time. It's surprising how seriously we can take ourselves sometimes, Cancer, isn't it? And, well, all the signs can. I'm just saying that to Cancer for this reading because that seems to be what's coming up. Another chakra card, and this one is self-mastery. Let's pop those out of the way. There we go, all the chakras on the back there, and self-mastery. Now, all the chakras are lined up perfectly there. So that is the thing to do. That's the way to get forward into the richness of whatever is coming towards you, Cancer. Oop, let it go a minute there. If we look at the top, we can see that little symbol at the top there, and it's kind of in a Merkaba kind of a pattern there, so very, very magical. And we can see basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. This deck works on the 9 chakra system, that's why I was counting them. We can see the 7 chakras there linking up to the next thing, the rather more magical thing, the fiery yellow thing above. And self-mastery, you know, it's solar plexus chakra colour, this one. And you do need to have mastery over yourself. Sometimes we need to kind of rein it back a bit when we're trying to be masterful over other people. But self-mastery, mastery over yourself, Cancer. Drop down into that space of meditation if you possibly can find the time. And we have busy lives these days. Excuse me, it's a bit nippy in here. I have to keep pulling my scarf around me. Yeah, we all have busy lives these days, but we all get a few minutes, maybe even, just as we're dropping off to sleep. And if you're anything like me, you'll fall asleep when you're trying to do a meditation, long before you've got to the point of it. But it will continue in your dreams, okay? All these things work for us and work with us, okay? So, heart of the matter there, King of Swords, king of decisions to make, I would say, but so much up in the air, and that really leads me under spiritual thoughts, and getting those chakras all balanced up is really important. Now, if you've never really worked on your chakras, all you really have to do is visualize them one after the other. So it's the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, then the heart chakra, which is green and pink. There's lower heart and higher heart. But the positive one to focus on there really is the pink, if you ask me. Then we've got the throat chakra, can you speak your truth? We've got the forehead chakra, which really is the third eye, and it looks inwards. That's the purple one, and it looks inwards rather than outwards. And that is where self-mastery really comes into play, because it's only by looking within ourselves that we really get to know what we are and who we are and where we're actually going in terms of our own lives and the people we interact with. It's only when we really know ourselves that we can make sense of that. And then, of course, the crown chakra, which we open up to the Stargate. Don't forget to close it down occasionally, by the way, and give your chakra system a rest. But all you've got to do is visualize those chakras one after the other and just see those chakras in your mind's eye as being bright, beautiful, and the colours that they should be. If you don't know the colours, pause this video and write them down there because they're all in order. And you'll have them nice and straight. You'll have them all in a good straight row. And that pulls things tight and really, really makes it possible to have divine communication and in that sense to have divine understanding of where things are going, Cancer. Not just for yourself, for other people as well. It's a very holistic thing, you know. We are all individuals, of course, but we are all part of the human race and we are all intrinsically linked to this planet that we live on, okay? So for really... having a good chance of success going forward, be mindful of all that and be making sure that everything is working out and going in the right direction for you. Okay, that's really the message with the King of Swords there, which is the heart of the matter in this reading. But there is another tarot card to come and another chakra card, and then I'm going to get Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light deck out and find some more significance. So there's plenty more to come. Keep it here. And we'll turn over the third card, the third tarot card in this spread. This essentially is the outcome card, and here she is. Just like I showed you at the beginning, look, this is the card that comes at the front of the deck, and this is actually the image from it. It's the Queen of Wands, and at last we're into fire sign energy here. We're really seeing the way of pushing forward. Now this is going to be Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, somewhere around you, maybe in your own birth chart, somewhere in your makeup or the makeup of life as it's going on. And things are really ready to take off here. We've got the unicorn, which, you know, okay, there's been a lot of mocking done about the unicorn thing in recent times, as we're all supposed to be very, very sensible and only focus on what happens in this world and why it happens, all worldly causes for things. But don't deny the magic, Cancer. That's the thing to do with this card. And with the feeling and in the place you are in your life when this card comes up, really do be willing to lift up and out of things. It's the divine feminine, the feminine energy of the Queen. She doesn't really exist without a king. So in terms of love, there is a great amount of attraction there. You know, whenever something's missing from life, you kind of attract it in. It works with all the elements. You know, the whole reason we're having this crazy, wacky, windy weather that we're getting apparently all over the world at the moment. I'm surprised, but I keep hearing from people, maybe in the United States, maybe somewhere else in Europe, even in Australia, which, well, we've all seen on the news a couple of months ago, all the fires there. Really crazy weather going on. And there's always some kind of balancing act. The universe never gives up because it doesn't really stop and think. It just keeps going. So don't be stopping and thinking too much. Be willing to fly to the higher chakras. We're into chakras again there with the Queen of Wands. Let's bring out the chakra cards. And we'll have a shuffle again and see what we get to go with the Queen of Wands in this reading for the sign of Cancer. I'm doing this February 2020, but do subscribe to my channel, tap the bell so you don't miss anything, and then have a good look through all the videos on there. There are well over 600. I looked today, I think I'm on about 654 with this one, something like that. If you're drawn to any of those readings, it is actually for you, even if it doesn't say your star sign on it. Okay, so do go and have a look at those. There's loads of inspiration there, and I'm not trying to boast that I'm the great inspirer, but I'm privileged to work with spirit guides and with the psychic realms and all the influences of the cosmic biosphere, the cosmosphere, I suppose you could call it. Might be a good name for my channel, that actually. And that's what I'm trying to pass on here. So let's turn over a card. Determination. Okay, and you are going to have to be really, really determined with this one, because it is all about going out into that cosmic space and living with it as if it was real, because it actually is real. So you might as well live with it as if it was real. Here we go. determination. I'm going to have to turn this over and have a look at it. I think what we've got here is fish flying and trying to leap. Yeah, a bit like a salmon leap, you know, and the salmon is an incredible creature. It can, you know, be born and go off somewhere far away in the world and make the journey all the way back and jump up waterfalls and things to actually get back to its birthplace. Okay, so we're going right back to the core of your being here, Cancer, and it's going to take some determination, like the jumping fish. It takes everything they've got, but they can do it. And Cancer, success is going to take everything you've got, particularly because it involves going right outside of the mundane things, the things that draw us down into what can easily become the misery of this world. Okay, it's time not to worry about other people. They'll come with you if they need to, right? But you've got to make this journey, because determination is what it's all about. You've started this journey already, okay? It's not a matter of making a choice here. You've started this journey already, and it really does need to happen. Okay, so there we have the tarot spread. Let's bring out Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light Oracle card. There's the book in the bottom of the box there. I'm not going to look at the book though. I just kind of go with what comes into me and comes around me as I'm doing these readings, because I know that that's coming into me and is actually coming into you as well and coming around you, because something has drawn you to watch this video, you know, and it's something to take notice of. It really is. We're always drawn to the things we need to be seeing. Okay, and here we go. Very much green energy and very much in keeping with Anne Stokes Legends deck here. It's kind of pagan energy, it's Celtic energy, it's the spiritual driving force of the planet we live on, Cancer. And this is Cernunnos, it is life force, and it says, express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Now, sexual sounds great fun, but let's think about sensual as well. And, you know, that's often seen as a sexual word, but really we are sensual beings. And that's about everything that we actually feel with the five senses. And dare I say it, with the sixth sense more than anything. Do be aware of the magic energies around you. We can see ram-like horns on Cernunnos here, and also deer antlers. So you're going to have to battle it out a bit, Cancer. You're going to have to really push, and you're really going to have to get up and outside of this world. And that's not just pushing against other people. That's actually pushing against that part of yourself that holds you back and makes you want to be all kind of sensible and just get a job as an accountant and never kind of live outside the box in any way. The whole point of being in this box, we're kind of born in the box because we need to be able to get out of it somehow. So think outside the box, be outside the box. I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. Thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up, please, if you think I've earned one. Leave me a comment, guys. It's really great to share the journey with all of you, and it helps me to understand who I'm doing readings for, and it really should be about you. Well, it is about you. I can sit and pull cards for myself if I want to. The videos are all about you, so stay tuned, keep it real, keep it twig, brother. Leave me a comment, thumbs up. What's the other one? There's three, can't remember, but never mind. I hope you have a fantastic time ahead. I really appreciate you guys watching. Take care of yourselves and just get out of that box, okay? Let's recap the chakra ones because they're so personal. Play was the first one we got. Self-mastery was the next one we got. And determination. And those last two are both in the solar plexus. All right, so it's that personal power thing, okay? None of us want to get too much into our own personal power, but it is a thing and it does need to be healthy because it is a part of us. So on that note, thanks again. Have a great time ahead. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss anything, because there are more videos coming in all the time. It's a new moon day as I'm doing this. There'll be loads of astrology, there'll be loads of tarot, and there will, I hope, be lots and lots of fun. Okay, take care then, guys, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.